Okay, so I know a lot of us, like me, are still in shock from seeing Kamaru Usman get knocked out unconscious by Leon Edwards and lose his welterweight championship title over the weekend. The fact that Usman had been dominating the fight up until that point makes it even harder to accept the defeat. I mean, he was just 56 seconds away from another successful title defense. I've watched this fight over and over again, and I think I can say I've come to identify the point that cost Usman his title. And really, it just comes down to one simple decision by Herb Dean that cost Usman the fight, and it was at this point where Usman was grinding Leon Edwards along the sides of the octagon and Herb Dean comes to break him up. Believe it or not, this singular action of breaking him up completely swayed the fight in Edwards' favor. Before this point, Usman had been pressuring with his wrestling and grappling. He had been putting serious pressure on Leon Edwards, not giving him room to get any offense going. But after this point, Usman reduces the pace and he is not as aggressive as he had been in previous rounds and up until that point in the fight. He takes things slow, he calms down at this point, and this puts him in danger because now, Leon Edwards is not only in perfect striking range, he now has enough room and time to calculate his offensive moves, unlike before when all he was doing was trying to defend Usman's grappling. A lot of us had already written Edwards out at this point, and I think Usman too did the same after they got broken up because he was no longer engaging. If you watch the fight from this point after they got separated, all Usman is doing is just moving around, hardly committing to any offensive move. I think, in the period, he only committed to 2 offensive actions, and that had not been the case before they got separated. He wasn't trying to grapple, he wasn't trying to punch, he was just trying to run down the clock from that point, and that gave Leon Edwards time to calculate his next move and land that perfect head kick that sent Usman to ghost town. I'm sure if Herb Dean hadn't separated them at that point, Usman would have just continued to grind Leon Edwards until the end of the fight, and that would have been another successful title defense for the Nigerian Nightmare. Of course, we can't blame this on Herb Dean, because after they got broken up, Usman could have chosen to continue with the same pressure, the same aggressiveness. Sure, he went for the takedown, not just try to run the clock down. Herb Dean was only doing his job. So, if this moment hadn't happened, if Herb Dean had not come in between them at that moment when he did, of course, Usman would have continued grinding Leon Edwards along the sides of the octagon, probably initiated a takedown, landed some ground and pound and successfully defended his title again. But we'll never know because that didn't happen, and now we have a new welterweight world champion. Congratulations to Leon Edwards. We just have to accept the fact that these things happen in this sport, so we can't blame Herb Dean. If we are being sincere, the blame falls largely on Usman himself. He shouldn't have just tried to take the easy route out. He said it himself in the pre-fight press conference that Edwards is better on his feet and that was why he would wrestle him. So, why give such a person the time and space they need to execute their strategy? So, once again, congratulations to Leon Rocky Edwards on becoming the UFC welterweight champion of the world. He had come a very long way, boasting a 10-fight win streak up to this point, and he's absolutely deserving of the honor. The good news for Usman fans is that a trilogy is already guaranteed to happen. Both Dana White and Leon Edwards have confirmed that Edwards' first title defense will be the trilogy fight, hopefully, just like Amanda Nunes did when she lost her bantamweight championship to Juliana Pena. Kamaru Usman can also come back from this shocking loss, avenge himself, reclaim his title and continue his domination of the welterweight division. Thanks for watching. See you in another video.